I've worried about the others. I just want you to know, this is my home. I made a promise. I didn't ask. John, you get in that wagon, and you stay there. If you're as obsessed with the Dutton family as I am, you've probably spent countless hours diving deep into their drama. I mean, even if you only watched Yellowstone, it's enough to be mesmerized by this complex family and its even more complex dynamics and relationships. Now that the Yellowstone original series is officially over, I feel like it's time to explain the Dutton family tree to you all once and for all. So let's dive in. 883, the beginning. This is where everything starts. 1883 takes us back to the Dutton family's origin story, showing how James and Margaret Dutton, along with their children Elsa and John, embark on a dangerous journey toward the western United States. It's not just about finding a home, it's about survival in the harshest conditions imaginable. Now, if you didn't know, James Dutton is the backbone of the story. He's the one from whom this entire family originated. He's the ultimate Dutton, patriarch, a man shaped by war, with a past as heavy as the wagon he pulls. I know it sounds dramatic, but it's the truth. After fighting in the Civil War, James is now looking for a brand new land to settle in. But what makes him truly inspiring is his devotion to his family. Which brings us to his wife, Margaret. Oh my God! Margaret is such a queen. She's the glue that holds this family together, balancing the demands of frontier life while fiercely protecting her children. She's arguably the strongest Dutton woman to ever exist, truly the one from whom this family gets its strength, and I admire her for that. And then there's Elsa, their lovely daughter. Honestly, who else cried buckets over her story? I, for one, could not get over her death for weeks. Like, weeks. Elsa's adventurous spirit and raw vulnerability make her the heart of 1883. In fact, it wouldn't be so wrong to claim that her spirit continues to haunt us to this day. In a good way, she's fearless, passionate, and wise beyond her years. When her journey comes to a tragic end, it's a gut punch that changes the course of the Dutton family forever. Thanks to her, this family got the Yellowstone land, and for decades, the land continues to praise her. There's also John Dutton Verfursen, Elsa's little brother. I know. He's just a kid here, but he's also the one who inspires everything about our beloved modern-day John Dutton, so it's important to mention him nonetheless. Which 1883 character was your favorite? Who left the biggest impact? On you? Let me know what you think. 23. Things start to get complicated. Fast forward a few decades, and we're in the era of 1923, where Jacob and Cara Dutton take center stage. Jacob is the brother of James. He's the kind of guy you'd want in your corner during a crisis. He's wise, steady, and fiercely protective of the ranch and the family. Stepping into James's shoes isn't easy, but Jacob does it with quiet strength, ensuring that the Dutton legacy endures through some of the toughest years yet. And we love him for that. Cara, meanwhile, is a powerhouse. She's Jacob's wife, sharp, resourceful, and possessing an incredible emotional depth that makes her so relatable. Like, who doesn't have a woman in their family that resembles her, right? Whether she's managing the ranch or holding the family together through sheer willpower, Cara shows us what it means to be resilient. And then there's Spencer. My beloved Spencer. I know we could also mention him under 1883, because he's the younger brother of Elsa and John, but he truly takes the stage in 1923. In fact, it wouldn't be wrong to claim that he steals the show with his presence, His journey is one of my absolute favorites. There's also his wife, Alexandra, who will probably play an important role in the Dutton family tree. But we'll discover more in 1923, Season 2, which is coming in February, by the way. Then there's Jack Dutton, the son of John Dutton and his wife Elizabeth. Honestly, even though they're adorable, they're not as prominent as the rest of the family, at least not yet. Still, we know that Jack is the one who fathers John Dutton too, which highlights his importance in the family tree. But his significance will likely shine in the next prequel series, 1944. Who's your favorite character in 1923? Are you as obsessed with Spencer's storyline as I am? Drop your thoughts below. 944. The ones we are yet to meet. And now let's talk about what's next in the Yellowstone franchise and which other family members will take the stage. 1944 is the upcoming series that promises to fill in some major gaps in the Dutton family story. Set during World War II, this chapter will likely explore how the ranch adapts to the challenges of the era. As you can probably imagine, this is the perfect opportunity to dive into John Dutton his life. He's the father of our modern day, John, and while we did get a couple of scenes of him in Yellowstone, we are yet to truly get to know him. 1944 will show us how he steps up to continue the family legacy. We'll see his wife, and perhaps many more Dutton members who will expand the family tree even further. What are your predictions for 1944? What do you hope to learn about John Dutton II? And who else do you expect to see in this new series? Let me know in the comments. Yellowstone, the modern-day chaos, which brings us to modern-day Montana. As many of you know, Yellowstone gives us John Dutton III, the patriarch who holds the family together while navigating an ever-changing world. Played to perfection by Kevin Costner, he's the ultimate embodiment of Dutton's strength and resilience, and we love him for that. He had a wife, Evelyn, once, but she died tragically. He has 4 children: Lee, Beth, Case, and Jamie. Lee died in the first episode of Yellowstone, so we have little to no knowledge about him. Plus, weirdly, the family doesn't talk about him much later in the series, so he's basically non-existent. In our minds, Beth is a firecracker, taking no prisoners in her fight to protect the family's legacy. Her sharp wit and unrelenting determination make her a standout, but her past struggles, especially with her infertility, add a layer of heartbreaking depth. She has no children, but based on how Yellowstone ended, it wouldn't be wrong to say she basically adopted Carter. So, can we say Carter is also a Dutton now? Who knows? She's married to the one and only Rip Wheeler, and they are a delightful couple. Case, on the other hand, is the emotional core of the family. He's torn between his love for the ranch and his desire to protect his wife, Monica, and their son, Tate. He's the one who links the family to the Native American heritage of Montana. He's also the father of the only true Dutton child who represents the next generation of the Duttons, aka Tate. And then there's Jamie. He's the wild card, the adopted son who's constantly seeking approval, but can't seem to stay out of trouble. I mean, it's a controversial subject whether he should be considered a Dutton or not. Feel free to fight me in the comments, but I see him as a Dutton no matter what. He also has a son, Jamie Jr., but just like Carter, his Dutton status is also shaky. Spoilers ahead. At the very end of Yellowstone, Beth kills Jamie, making this generation of Duttons the messiest generation so far. How many generations of Duttons? Could you count? Let me know in the comments. Watch the video on the screen to get a detailed analysis of what will happen next in the Yellowstone universe.